ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war.
Back in week 3, the Chargers dominate against the Broncos. Can Denver even the score? The answer comes your way next.
A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Time ago sounds loud enough to reverberate across football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. As methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And Holly cranks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it's caught. Touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos! Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And now the Chargers offense going to line up here and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And following that pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, 76 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for L.A. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. Play action. It's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
And Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that could be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Again, Wilson.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at his own 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Throwing after the interception. Herbert. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Herbert flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert back to the air. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Play action. It's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. 2nd and 10.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 29, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. $49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors. Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice... Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Draymond Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Herbert finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 9, Herbert finding Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Now Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Herbert to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Herbert. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
Now, here's the execution. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there for Denver.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Wilson to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Well, Charles, it's one thing.